Right, short intro. Off-season encore. Why? The weather's been cold, very cold. I did two rides last week. Had some issues with my knee for some reason. I haven't changed anything on that bike, but for some reason the muscles didn't really pay attention too much. Very hard going out riding again. I think I've done 3. Then the weather sort of went into the cold spell, so I'm gonna do this. I was here yesterday too. I'm not gonna even upload it because it was so embarrassing. It was a gravel race, so I got myself a gravel bike, or so I thought. I actually got a mountain bike, so I was no chance in doing anything. It was so embarrassing. I'm not gonna upload that one. It's just gonna be me, between me and those I raced with. Lost a few points too. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna do well, the weather's getting better again come Friday, so Friday might be the outdoorsy again. But until then, I'm doing one of my favorites. It's the Volcano circuit, one of my absolute favorites. And as you can tell, Zwift season is off. We're 8 bloody people here. We'll be battling 4 laps of the Volcano circuit. That's gonna be like, I don't know, around 19 kilometers, whatever. It's a horrible category. It's up to 520, but we're so few people, so it could be worth a decent amount of a good spot. I'm not gonna be battling any podiums anytime soon, but it doesn't matter. Just take it as for what it is, and I'm gonna do better than I did yesterday, which was just an embarrassment for everyone involved. So that's it. A bit worried about my muscles on my left. I think it was the left leg on the left side of the left leg. I don't know where that came from. I didn't change anything. It's just a different bike. It's been like that for like the entire season of 25 outside. So don't really know what that was, and just gonna say that April around here is a bit weird. The sun is really strong, but the air is extremely crisp, which means you sort of feel like you've burned your face if you ride. Not because you're getting sunburned, but because the wind and the sun sort of, I don't know, it makes your skin like crispy in a really strange way. It only happens when you bike, so you gotta do like lotion and stuff on your face. So that's not something I've used to. I'm 45 years old. I haven't used lotion. But when you ride around on a bike outside around here in April, that's what you gotta do. But not when the temperature goes down to like 8. Then it's Swifty time. So I'm gonna do that. Temperature going up to 15 again on Friday, so it's gonna be an encore, and then if there's any rain or whatever going on, that's it. That's it. I don't think have I done Volcano this year. Maybe like once. I love Volcano circuit. I used to not, until I like started to do a lot of them. Really like Volcano circuit. It's a short climb. It's a fun climb. It's just up the mountain. I mean the volcano, and then we're 12 people. So this will be a field of one blob, most likely, for a long time, until the better people of us will leave us behind. Because within the group of 12, there are definitely 2 or 3 people with a superb racing score. So that's what we're looking at, if you ask me. 1 blob, maybe like 2 stragglers, if anything, and then it will be the climb that will differentiate the men from the children, and probably going to be like a small group that will take off, and goodbye to them. All right, encore, off-season encore, let's bring it. Well, on the next one, let's climb. Probably. I'm beat. Sorry. Well, if that would have been a couple of seasons ago, like, I don't know, 24, 23, maybe 22, 23, probably would have made you boys proud. But spent too much. I spent too much on the second to last one. So I knew I was like ahead of them. That wasn't very smart. Spent too much. And then, of course, when you have a group in this category, when it all matters, they speed up. And me being already in zone red, don't have that extra drive, or that, metaphorically speaking, that extra gear to keep up, which I sort of expected. So sort of expected it actually on the second to last climb, but facing a couple of attacks and spending a lot of matches on the last of the matches downhill just to keep up, I knew that was it, because they spent it and had something left, and I spent my last one basically on the downhill trying to keep up. What's making that sound? I don't know. Okay, well, it was a good workout, but in that category, mid-pack is probably what I can expect. But I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close to having that extra match just to keep up with these people, going into that last sort of level. Pretty close. Too bad. It's pretty close. I gotta say, it's pretty close. Did I say close? Yes, I did. Alright, that was some off-season encore. Friday is outdoors day, most likely. I think that's it. Not much else to do. Okay. I promised one of the girls to get some McDonald's fries, so that's what I'm gonna do. Have a good Tuesday. See you when I see you. I will be here at some point. Alright. Encore. Here we go. Volcano circuit.